going on, guys? It is your boy Clouds here, back again with another video, and today we are on the newly released Dragon Ball game called Zenkai Origins. If you guys haven't tried this game out, I really recommend you guys try it out. I streamed it yesterday when it dropped, had a really successful stream, a lot of people went in there, we got a chance to talk to fans and all that. And the reason I'm doing this video is because a lot of people in my stream yesterday, and a lot of people were asking, what game pass should I buy? So I decided to go over a video. Since I do have all the game passes, I can go over and tell you guys which game passes, in my opinion, were personally the most useful. And seeing as I am level 75, I have been, sweating this game a little bit. I'm not saying I'm a pro or anything, but I know a little bit. But yeah, you guys should check this game out. I'll link it in the description right now if you guys have not tried it out, and hopefully this video helps you guys get a general understanding of what game passes you should buy. So going over the first two, character slot 1 and 2, I really think these are super low on the priority list, as these don't really impact your core gameplay that much. So this is really kind of a waste of money unless you really want to buy the second character slot and level up another character. So in terms of this, as a new beginner player, I don't recommend you waste your money on this. Next one, I also don't recommend you waste your money on. It is just the character customization thing where you can use your Roblox face as your character. This is also another thing that's really wasteful that does not impact your core gameplay, so I do not recommend you buy this either. Getting into the third game pass, you guys can see it is the Brody Pack. This is a 300 Robux pack, and what you'll get for this pack is you'll get 4 Brody moves, and then you'll get a Brody outfit. Now the first Brody moves you guys can see right here on number 6 is the Eraser Cannon. On number 7 we have Trap Shooter, another Brody move. On R, we have a Racer Blow, the third Broly move, and on T, we have Gigantic Crush, the fourth Broly move. And now to get to the outfit, if you press M and navigate to Inventory after you've bought the Game Pass, go to Outfits, and you will see the Broly outfit right there, looking mad clean, if I do say so myself. Now, the Broly pack is, in my opinion, a more PvP geared game pass. So if you're not going to be doing that much PvP, I don't really recommend you buy this. Instead, I recommend you buy the Beerus pack, which we will showcase later on in the video as well. But showcasing the moves, first move, we have a Racer Cannon. It's basically just an energy ball that we see Broly use in the anime. Does really good damage. I think this is pretty versatile in both the fact that it can be good in PvP and PvE. Especially in PvP, it does a lot of damage. And yeah, so second move, Trap Shooter, is basically just a wave of Ki Blast. That's basically it. It does decent damage. It does track as well. However, it does come out relatively slow. Like if I put some distance between me and him, you guys can see right here. Well, I guess you guys can't see. Let me show you guys again real quick. You guys can see it does come out a little bit slow, and it is easily blockable in PvP. So hopefully you guys can understand what I'm trying to say, even though I messed up a bunch of times there. Let's see. Next move, and probably one of the better moves in my opinion due to its versatility, is Eraser Blow. This can be used pretty decently in both PvP and PvE, and I will show you guys it right here. So you guys can see right here, this is what Eraser Blow is. So you charge at your opponent and you hit them with basically a point blank Eraser Cannon. And the reason this is versatile because you can use this as like a combo starter or like a combo extender. You know what I'm saying? I'll do something like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'll hit him with that. You guys can see, so like it can be used both decently in PvP and PvE. The last move, in my opinion, probably one of the worst moves, it is Gigantic Crush. You literally just charge at your opponent. Doesn't even do that much good damage, and it's kinda hard to land. Overall, I think this is not a bad game pass. This is a little bit cheaper than the Beerus pass, so if you don't have that much Robux, if you don't have enough Robux to get the Beerus game pass, then this is a solid one to settle for. But like I said, if you're gonna be doing PvE mainly, or if you're trying to grind out starting out, I really recommend getting the Beerus one. Now the next game pass, and it is probably, in my opinion, the most convenient game pass. It is the Nimbus. Now you guys may not be thinking, okay, that's not that useful. Trust me, this world is very big. Like, look at this map right here, and the flight speeds are very slow. Nimbus also scales with your agility, so the stronger you get, the more forms you unlock, the faster you get, the faster the Nimbus gets, and you can fly without having to use Ki. I really recommend you guys get this. Now, do you need it? No, and that's the one thing that I also feel like I should mention. You don't need any Game Pass in this game. A lot of people will say this game's pay to win. It is not pay to win. You don't need any Game Pass. Now, do they help greatly? Yes. but you don't need any. Now, I highly recommend you guys get Nimbus just because of the convenience factor of getting everywhere literally quick. And it is just a lot less annoying having to fly with Nimbus than it is having to fly just by yourself with your base speed, you know what I'm saying? So I really recommend you guys get Nimbus for that. The next game pass we get into is the Trunk Sword, which comes in at a hefty 450 Robux. I've been asking, now a lot of people have been asking me the question, is the Trunk Sword worth it? And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, it is not that worth it in my opinion. It does not give you, upon common belief, more M1 damage. It just increases your M1 range a little bit. Like, this is my Trunk Sword M1 range, and this right here without the sword is my normal fist M1s. And in this game, M1s kind of suck anyways. Most of the time in PvP, you're not really gonna be using M1s that much because M1s are kind of broken. So until they get that fixed, I don't really think you should prioritize getting Trunk's sword. It is nice and it does help, yes, especially if you're doing PvP with the M1 range, but it's not something that's needed. You know, you can still be good with PvP without the Trunk sword, but it is something nice to have. But if you're a beginner player, I wouldn't really like prioritize having Trunk sword unless you're trying to get like really serious in the PvP later on in the game. Okay guys, so now we get into Hyperbolic Time Chamber, which I'm just using footage from my stream and I'm just voiceovering it right now. And now, do I think the Hyperbolic Time Chamber is worth it? The Hyperbolic Time Chamber is 750 Robux, and I think it is worth it, yes and no. And the reason I say yes is because it is nice to have free levels and get to go in there once a day if you run out of quests to help you level up. It definitely does help in that factor. But once you get higher level, it starts to take really long to level up in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. And this is like level 50 and plus. It starts to take really long to start leveling up. Unless you have 2 times, it's going to take a long time to even level up once in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. And this is where the no factor comes in. For how expensive it is, the XP gain should be buffed. And a lot of players have been feeling the same way. Most players that are saying it's worth it used it right out the gate and got to like from 0 to 30 right out, pretty quick. That's because since you're low level, it takes no XP to level up. The higher level you get, obviously it doesn't make sense that it will take longer to level up, but it just takes too long. And there's no real move that really gives you that much XP other than like Hakai, which just gives a decent amount. But still, you're spending a lot of time in here, and sometimes it's just really annoying to fight Goku. So I don't know. I don't really think you should spend 750 Robux on Hyperbolic Time Chamber unless they buffed the amount of XP gain, which a lot of people are also agreeing with. So this isn't just my opinion. I'm not just like, you know, pulling this opinion out of nowhere. This is a commonly spoken opinion that the Hyperbolic Time Chamber does not give that much XP or enough XP. So, in all honesty, I think you guys should just leave this up to you to decide if you want to buy it. It definitely does really help the leveling process. You will level up quicker with Hyperbolic Time Chamber because it is an alternative way other than quests to level up, but it's not needed. So this is like 50-50 on my end. The next game pass is the Beerus game pass, which is a solid 350 Robux. And for grinding, I think this is probably the best game pass you should buy, and I'll show you why. Now with this, you do only get 3 moves compared to the 4 from Brody, and you also do get a outfit. And to get to the outfit, again, just press M, navigate over to inventory, go over to outfits, and you'll see the Beerus thing. This will only show up when you bought the game pass. 3 moves you get are 1 Hakai, 2 Hakai Orb, and 3 Wrath, God of Destruction Wrath. Now these moves are relatively interesting because Hakai, in my opinion, is one of the best moves for grinding. Literally, it has a lingering hitbox, which what that means is I'm gonna completely miss it. He's gonna walk into it, as you guys can see right there. You guys realize how broken that is? And the damage it does is actually just insane. And you can literally just spam Hakai. This is one of the best moves, in my opinion, to grind with. So I'm gonna use it again. I'm just gonna completely miss it, and he walks in there. It has a lingering hitbox. Now this may get patched later on, but abuse it while you can, boys, because this is actually broken. It is not only is it broken for grinding, but this is broken in PvP as well, bro. As I've seen by my boy Saikage used it on me earlier. My boy was just running, spamming the Hakai. Either way, point is, it's actually really broken, and this alone, honestly, in my opinion, makes God of Destruction worth getting. Next move is probably the worst, not the worst move, but it's not as good as Hakai Orb. And the reason it's not as good as Hakai is because just the lack of range. Like it's a little hard to aim at times, and I feel like, and it just has like a lack of range. It feels like it doesn't have as much range as a racer cannon. At least I think it doesn't. Yeah, no, it definitely doesn't. Maybe it does. Maybe it has the same amount of range. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I mean, I've used both, and I feel like I prefer a racer cannon. I don't know. It just looks better to me. Seems like it does more damage as well. I don't know. I just feel like that move's not as good as Wrath. Wrath isn't evasive, so yeah, let me show you guys what an evasive means. I'm gonna get hit, and I'm gonna use Wrath, and it allows me to get out of an M1 combo. This is really solid both for grinding and PvP. I've only done a couple ranked matches, and I've already had a couple moments where literally Wrath saved my life. So honestly, it is pretty pog move. And look at these clothes, bro. They're really drippy. But yeah, Hakai alone honestly makes this game pass really worth it. Literally, most of my grinding, I've literally just spammed Hakai, and I was able to kill people that I normally wouldn't have been able to kill. Because I ain't gonna lie, the NPCs in this game is actually kind of tough, bro. Like they're actually kind of difficult. But Hakai has definitely made my experience a lot easier, because you can just spam it. Does literally dummy amounts of damage, and it's just nice. It is just overall really nice. Now the next and last game pass that we're going to go over, it is a whopping 800 Robux, which is the most expensive game pass on this game. It is the private server, which I am actually in one right now. Now, do I recommend you get a private server? 100%. Is it needed? Not at all. Due to this game just coming out, there are a lot of bugs, and the public server experience is kind of disappointing to say the least, but it's to be expected. It is a new game. It just released. The servers are just buggy as well. Having a private server has allowed me to grind a lot easier, especially when I'm in a populated area that a lot of people are doing quests at. I'm not able to get to certain NPCs and whatnot. Having to fight to get bosses and stuff like that. So it's like being in a private server really allows you to grind more efficiently, but you're missing out on that public experience, you know. World PvP, you know, experiencing, making new friends and stuff like that. So I'm not going to prioritize private servers and say you need it, but it is nice. It is nice. The benefits of having a private server though is you do have givable codes. So if your friend buys a private server, you don't need to buy a private server. You just need to ask him for the code, and so long as he can provide you with the code, you'll never have to buy the private server. So I think this is a medium priority list. In all honesty, I think the game passes you guys should buy most, in my opinion, are the Brody one, the Beerus one, Nimbus, and private server. Now, like I said earlier, no game pass in this game are needed. You don't need any of them. But out of those four, out of all the game passes, I feel like those are the ones that are needed most. I would say Trunk Sword if M1ing literally wasn't broken in this game. I literally can't even M1 half the mobs, because my M1s literally just go through them, or I just literally can't M1 them at all. So once they fix that, then I would say you should buy Trunk Sword, but there's no telling how long it could take them to fix that. The game's just been dropped, so I really don't recommend trying Trunk Sword right now. So yeah, there you guys have it. Those are the most important, in my opinion, game passes you should buy coming into the game. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, and hopefully y'all are enjoying Zenkai Origins. It's a really fire game in my opinion. So yeah, it'll be in the link in the description. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. It's been your boy Clouds. Peace.